And especially now because we're entering the reserve through the Little Ituri Forest. The animals in the Ituri Forest have great camouflage. They like to blend in, so we'll have to keep our eyes out. Although I can see a couple of things going on already on both sides. It's a little hard to see on the right, but way in the back in the bushes there's a big brown animal. It's called an okapi. It's got black and white stripes around its legs. Can't really see it, but there is a yellowback diker walking around there. Pretty easy to see. That's that blackish animal with a yellow back. Diker means diver in Afrikaans, Dutch African. They like to dive into the bushes when they're alarmed. And right up here on the left, there's one bongo close to us. There's a couple more back in the bamboo. Bongo is a type of forest antelope. The bongo's nickname is the ghost of the forest because of their great camouflage and also because they like to run very swiftly through the bushes.
Look at this one up here.
Oh, yeah?
On the right, these lighter tan antelope are greater kudu. Greater kudu are the second tallest antelope in Africa. They can get up to 750 pounds. These are all females because they don't have horns. Males do have horns that can get up to 71 inches long. Check it out on the left over there. You guys see that black rhino? Black rhinos get up to 3,000 pounds and their skin is almost totally indestructible to pretty much everything on Earth except for humans. Now, because of that, they are hunted for their horns. There are less than 5,000 black rhinos left in the entire world. They are an endangered species, so we're lucky to see even just one.
There's another
There's a
one.
white rhino. Look at that one right there.
Let's continue on, see if anything else is hiding in here. The Ituri Forest is filled with foliage. The foliage provides food and security for the animals that live here, so lots of things to eat and also lots of places to hide. There's two big black and white birds on the left in pretty plain sight, not really hiding over there. You can get a good look at them. Those are saddle-billed storks. Saddlebills are the tallest storks in Africa. They're kind of on their knees right now. They can get up to 5 feet tall. So that's not their full height right there. And their wingspan is 8 to 9 feet. That's as wide as the seat you're sitting on. Coming up onto the Safi River now. The Safi River is world famous for hippos.
Hippo.
There's two of them down there. They're a little hard to see. There's another one right here. I'm going to head a little bit further up because the hippos love to congregate right down here. Yeah, there they are. There's a whole bunch of them. They're going to be on the left-hand side, and we'll be on a hill, so we'll be able to see them, and everybody will be able to see.
They're underwater, so you can...
Those big white birds are pink-backed pelicans. They're white now, but during their mating season, their backs turn a deep pink color. That's where they get that name, pink-backed pelican from. There we go, a whole group of hippos. Way easier.
See them in the water?
They're all
Take a look at it over there.
in one big blob.
See them, girls?
It's a group of hippos called a bloat. That's what a group is called, a bloat of hippos. They're probably pretty bloated. They eat 150 pounds of grass every single night. They can get up to 5,500 pounds. They are one of the largest animals on our reserve. And you know, their name, hippopotamus, means river horse, but they're more related to whales than they are to horses. They're related to whales and pigs. Not really a close cousin of the horse.
Whales and
I
pigs.
just want to remind everybody to stay seated as I cross over this bridge. It's a little rickety. We are on our way out of the forest and we're headed down to the savanna now. The savanna is a different type of ecosystem with different types of plants and animals. Just about there. Oh, this is our first sign of the savanna coming up on the right-hand side. This is one of those different plants. That really, really big tree with no leaves on it. That is a baobab tree, or an upside-down tree.
You see it?
Baobabs go leafless 9 months out of the year. That helps them to conserve water. They also store water in their trunks, and elephants like to use their tusks to gouge out the bark and chew on it to get to that water inside. This is my favorite view in the whole reserve. This is the beautiful wild Africa we're all working really hard to conserve. The savannah is home to some of our most famous animals, like giraffes and elephants. And I did see a
This thing's
giraffe.
bouncy, man.
Let's see, where did it go? It's on the right over there.
See him? Behind the tree?
Right by those trees. It's under those trees. Once we get over there, we should get a really close look at that guy.
She said we're gonna be closer.
You can just barely see him over the tall grass.
Over there in a minute.
You can't really see it.
Oh, there's a wild animal right there.
If you take a look at the trees in this area, you'll see that they only have leaves on the top. That's from giraffes, just like that one. Giraffes eat up the leaves as far as they can reach. Elephants like to eat these types of leaves too, but they can't reach because they're not as tall as giraffes are. And the giraffes were kind of rude and ate up all the leaves on the bottom, so elephants will just knock the trees over. Some of the trees that are lopsided or slanted or bending down, that's probably from a hungry elephant. There's also several different types of antelope that live on the reserve. They act as our lawnmowers. They will mow down the grass for us as they graze and graze and graze and graze all day long. And once they're finished, little nibblers like warthogs and gazelles come in after them and trim up the edges. So it's like an animal horticulture team. All the animals work together to sculpt this unique landscape. There are no other places on Earth that look like African savannas because of the unique animals that live here. And there is one type of antelope way over there on the left, kind of on the hill.
Oh, you see him?
Those are sable antelope.
Yeah, over there.
Sables are the emblem of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. You may have seen their silhouette on a sign or two back at the departure office.
Can you see past him?
Those horns that they have can get up to 5 feet long.
There's some more over here.
Oh, and there's another type of antelope just across this tall grass, again on
See
the
them?
left
The
hand
little
side.
ones?
Those little guys with one black stripe. Those are springbok, and that is as big as they get. They get up to a whopping 3 feet tall, and that's it. So those are fully grown adults. Springbok get their name from the fact that they can spring almost 12 feet in the air.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Quite springy. These red mounds that we're passing through are termite mounds, home to termites.
Termite.
Elephants like to use termite mounds as scratching posts. They rub up against them to scratch their itches. Eventually, the mounds will get worn down like the one on the right over there, and then antelope will climb up on top of them, and they'll use them as lookouts. They'll be on the lookout for any predators that might be hiding in the tall grass, like a lion or a cheetah.
Oh, that's right over here. Oh, there you go. See a giraffe, right?
All right, this is that same giraffe that we saw, just much closer up. Now I can see that it is a reticulated giraffe. And I do have to apologize to her because that is a female. I did call her a male. That's a female giraffe. Female reticulated. Reticulated comes from the Latin word reticulata, which means net, for her net-like pattern. Giraffes are the tallest animals in the world. They get up to 20 feet tall. Just their babies are 6 feet when they're born, and they can weigh 150 pounds.
Can you see okay? I'll move. Oh, look over here.
Over on the left, inside these bushes, there's a couple of white-bearded wildebeest hiding out in there enjoying the shade.
Wildebeest.
If you look close, you can see their white beards. Wildebeest is an Afrikaans Dutch African word. It means wild beast. They were named for the intimidating look that they have, but actually they're pretty gentle, so their name was a little bit unfair. Wildebeest is the largest group of migrating animals in Africa. They can migrate in groups from anywhere from 10 to 1,000 wildebeest. Oh, check it out on the right over there. Check out the horns on that animal. That is an Ankole cow. Basically just like your average cow, except they can get horns up to 6 feet long each. 20 inches around at the base. Ankole cattle are an ancient breed. They used to exist in ancient Egypt. They were thought to bring wealth and prosperity. Alright, and I see a Maasai giraffe on the left over
another
here.
giraffe.
Palm
Look
tree
right here.
standing out. Kind of looks like a tree, but it's eating some of the leaves in there.
See him?
Maasai giraffes are a darker color than reticulated, and this is a male.
See him eating. See him?
They also have smaller spots, and their spots have jagged edges, so their spots are shaped a little bit like puzzle pieces or like a mosaic. And then the reticulated giraffe has that net-like pattern. Even though they're different types, both types do get up to that 20 feet tall. One of the only differences between all the different types of giraffe is just the type of spots that they have. And even then, no two giraffes have the same spots. So if you came across two Maasai giraffes, they wouldn't have the same puzzle pieces. Just like no two humans have the same fingerprints, or no two humans look the same. We're on the outskirts of elephant country now. On the left, if you guys can see those monkeys, those are mandrills. Mandrills are the largest monkeys in Africa. They get up to 100 pounds if they're a male. And over here on the right, there's a male elephant, but I'm actually going to try to get a little bit closer to him.
Did you see
I'm
it?
going to go up this way. There's this clearing right up here, and he's standing in the perfect spot. So we're going to get a really good look right at the front of him. And there he is. Males like him get up to almost 14,000 pounds. They are the largest animals on our reserve. Females are about 9 to 10,000, so they're quite a bit smaller. Although 9,000 pounds is still pretty big if you ask me. But that is a big fella.
Look at him.
And like I said, we're on the outskirts of elephant country, so as I head further up this way, we should be able to catch up with the rest of the herd and see what they're up to.
That was cool. That was an awesome picture. Mandy, you taking pictures?
This is the fastest way to elephant country, but I'm going to slow down for a minute and take this bridge pulley very slowly. It's one of the oldest bridges in the reserve. Alright, and I think it's gonna give us today. Alright, Hakuna Matata, no worries, it made it this time. We're headed right into the heart of elephant country, and we might be getting closer to some more elephants. These red clay pits have tusk marks in them on both sides. Elephants eat red clay, it gives them minerals. Most of their diet is plants, leaves, grass, hay, things like that. And they don't get a lot of minerals from that. That's why they eat the red clay. There's two of them down there. I can't stay here for too long. The red clay is kind of mucking up my tires. But I'll go slowly.
Just come up.
I don't think they're for sale.
That's cute. You must be Big Red and Little Red.
Okay, hopefully we'll see a few more down this way. Maybe we can get around the trees. We'll have a closer look at some of these guys.
There's a whole mess of elephants
And I'm
down
going to turn on the radio too, because elephant country happens to be the only spot in the whole reserve where you can get a radio signal. It's this weird thing, so you can have music for like 2 minutes if it works. Oh, there's a few of them right across from us over there. But just a little bit around that big bush. Elephants are part of our ongoing efforts for conservation. They're really widely hunted for their tusks. Their tusks are made out of ivory, so they're very valuable. Elephants are also facing habitat loss from humans. Humans are getting really close to where elephants live and starting to build things right in their territory. So they're losing their homes. And also it can be really dangerous for humans and elephants to live that close for both parties. We're teaching some of the local farmers how to live with elephants, teaching them farming and fencing techniques that don't hurt them.
Oh, wow. Oh, man. That's a close-up right there.
Here, I can see this grass. See him?
There's a younger elephant on the left. Elephants are children for 13 to 15 years. It's the second longest childhood in the animal kingdom. And they spend that entire time with their mothers.
What's the first longest childhood in the animal kingdom?
On the left, these are greater flamingos. Greater flamingos are the lightest pink color of all the flamingo species. Naturally, they're gray when they're born. They turn pink because they eat brine shrimp that are rich in beta-carotene. It's that beta-carotene that gives them that famous pink coloring.
Look at that elephant. Look, oh, look at him doing that. Man, get a drink or something. Oh, that'd be cool.
Alright, take a look at this.
Look over here,
Rhino.
Ryan.
We are having such
look at
good
it.
luck. This is 5 white rhinos. I had to count. There's another one hiding over there. White rhinos are not actually white. They are a grayish-brown color. White is a mistranslation from the Afrikaans word "white," which means wide. So technically, they should be wide rhinos, not white rhinos. The reason we're so lucky to see this many of them is because, like the black rhinos, white rhinos are also hunted for their horns. Recently, their numbers have actually plummeted
Hey, that one's all wet.
quite a bit.
It's been rolling in the
A
mud.
rhino's horn is made out of keratin. That's the same stuff as your fingernail.
They've been
It's got
rolling in the
no commercial market value at all, but it's worth a lot of money on the black market. And that's why poachers go after them.
See him look at these big lazies right here.
Wow.
Wow, it's actually 6. One of them was hiding right behind that other one in the mud, so there's 6 white rhinos. Wow. That is awesome. Oh wow, quick, look over here on the left on the rocks. There's a cheetah right there.
Cheetah.
Yeah, right on top.
Cheetahs are the fastest land mammals. They can go 60 miles per hour on average. They also have excellent eyesight. They use their eyes to go hunting during the daylight hours. They'll hunt what they see. Most large cats go hunting at night, hunting what they smell, but cheetahs will look for their meal.
Oh, he's looking at you now. This is the right time to come.
We've always come early.
Have we?
I've never seen them like this.
I know it.
What? We've always come early and they've never been prominent as they are today.
Yeah, this is.
This big pile of rocks is called a Kobe rock formation. A couple different types of animals like to use Kobe's as lookouts. They like to climb around in the rocks. So we'll have to keep our eyes out for anything up here.
Oh, that zebra.
Oh, look, zebra right in the road.
Wow, we're gonna get really close to some Grant zebra over on the right-hand side.
Look
Just
at
like
that,
no
Randy.
two giraffes
Randy,
have the
look.
same spots,
See
no
'em?
two zebras have the same stripes. Their stripes help them blend in with other zebras.
Sorry.
What they do is they group together, and to a predator they just kind of look like a whole bunch of stripes with legs, and it confuses predators. They don't know quite what to do. Those brown animals behind that zebra are Bontebok. They're related to wildebeest.
Oh, that. Let's see if we see some lions somewhere.
Yeah, that's
It does, doesn't it?
And this looks like warthog territory. There's a couple of warthog burrows, and there's 2 of them sleeping right above that first burrow against the tree.
Oh, look, Pumbaa.
Warthogs are pretty cute, but their tusks are razor sharp, and they can run 35 miles per hour, so they're tough little guys.
Fast.
You want to be messing with It didn't really look like Pumbaa
Passing
did.
some ostrich eggs on the left. They weigh 3 pounds each. They are from the largest bird in the world, the ostrich. I think I caught a glimpse of one a little bit further up this way. Let's see.
Ooh, man, the ostrich on your
One over
side.
here.
Right there. It's over there.
Right over there, you can just see its neck sticking up.
See it, Randy?
Sitting on the ground. Like I said, ostriches are the largest birds in the world. So they are birds, they do lay eggs, and they do have wings, but they can't actually fly. They have these teeny tiny little wings and these big bodies, so it's not possible for them. He can run 40 miles per hour, so they make up for it.
You see him okay?
Sorry. I gotta go look at it. I gotta get it.
Did you get it, man?
I got one.
This area that we're entering into is an expansion of the reserve. Recently we got a little bit bigger and we expanded our borders out for this area. Looks as though some addicts have made this their new home. They're white animals with long spiral horns. Looks like they're going to be mostly on the right over here. You'd be hard pressed to find one of these in the wild. There's less than 300 addicts left out there. They are critically endangered.
See him, right?
Addicts are desert dwellers. They can go indefinitely for their whole lives without drinking water. They can absorb moisture from their food, so if they can't find water, it's not a big deal for them. No worries, they can live without it. It's a pretty good trait to have in the hotter parts of Africa where they like to live. As I mentioned a moment ago, this area is an expansion. We're actually always expanding the reserve and we're always getting bigger. That's because our animal population's always getting bigger. As our animals grow and thrive, their numbers will multiply as they have families. And the bigger our reserve is, the more animals we can help save. We're all about conservation, so that's a wonderful thing too. And as a bonus for the animals that already live here, they get more space, more room to roam around, more food, more water. Our animals are our #1 priority, so we always want to make sure that they're comfortable. We are just about back at the Warden's Post. That does mean that our 2-week journey has come to an end. Went by really fast though. I guess it's true, time flies when you're having fun. So I'm going to drop you guys off right up here. Once again, my name's Holly. I hope you guys had a wonderful time.